Hey guys, happy Thankful Thursday. When you guys get to see that movies, I'm sorry about that, y'all boys. I ain't gonna lie, I kind of yapping for a little bit, but that's times two speed. Anyways, I want to talk about storytelling video games, and I think if I know how to edit, if I know how to edit, I will show you guys more quality edits and like bring up actual video games where games take advantage of mechanics to do part of storytelling, which is different from in the last video I talked about how this is Thankful Thursday, right? I'm sorry. I really am yapping because I really am thankful for these things, man. I love fiction, all these storytelling things so much. But I think I was talking about how different mediums take a different advantage of different aspects. Like, for example, novels, light novels, web novels, to comics and anime. I'm sorry, comics and manhwa, so black and white or colored pictures with words. And then to anime, cartoons, that type of stuff. And then you would go from that to like movies, live action, or cartoon. I think I have more so live action. Sometimes it's cartoon, but live action. And obviously you got the cartoons and anime stuff, and then you got the live action plus cartoon in one movie. Take advantage of both mediums, which is different. And then get video games for storytelling. I think you don't see that many live action video games because I think huh 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 huh. I'm sorry, guys. I just had an epiphany above all epiphanies because I just thought to myself, you guys don't know, but I've been working on personal projects like different stories and stuff. Like I want to make a couple of video games. And I've been working on like storytelling and like the backpedaling of that stuff. And the thought I just had was, I've been thinking about making a horror game. I don't know why. I think it's because Man of the Adventure disappointed me. Chapter 2 disappointed me. And I'm like, I could do a better job. No disrespect to the creator. They did a really good job, but the horror was very underwhelming. It was a good game for sure. Did it beat number 1? No. So I'm not sorry. Like, the reviews showed everything. Steam is a 10 out of 10. Chapter 1, perfect. 10 out of 10. Perfect. I didn't even know it got a 10 out of 10. It was a perfect 10 out of 10. And chapter 2 fell short. I believe on chapter 3 is, in my opinion, what a sequel should be like. FNAF 1 was good, but I think what submitted FNAF as like, yo, that game, I think it was FNAF 3 that really was like, this game's different. Like, FNAF 1 was great, critically acclaimed. FNAF 2 was really, really good. FNAF 3 really was like, yo. And that was a game that highlighted me for a long time. Anyway, sorry, I'm yapping. But I'm doing this to say, bro, I'm trying to make a game that's a mascot horror and trying to make sure it's actually really good, but it's different from ones that exist right now. For example, animatronics and toy and kid kid events like Five Nights at Freddy's. That's Chuck E. Cheese, and then I'm like, okay, my Hello Neighbor is Muppets. That's Muppets. Cartoons and TV, Man of the Adventure, and then the other one I forget on top of my head, Poppy Playtime, is toys. And then Bendy, I don't forget what Bendy is. And there's a couple more, but they're not big enough to me. Right? The people I watch aren't playing them enough, I guess. And the thought I had was like, how do you make something off those similar mascot horror type stuff, but they're different? Like, I remember Dog Season. That thing taunted me. Like, mind you guys, I'm having dreams about this stuff. And every time I wake up, God is like, yo, Jesus is like, yo, Daniel, watch out, Habibi. My boy, Watch out. And I'm like, dang, Jesus, should I not do this at all? Or is this being like, yo, be careful how you're going to do things, how you're going to write this, who you're going to affect? I don't know. I don't know. What I do know is I think I got what I'm going to pull from. I haven't settled on a theme. And the reason why I took that deep pause, I know we're supposed to say I'm thankful for video games and, you know, yap about, you know, why I like them so much and storytelling in video games. You know, that's all these 3 thankful videos are going to be about. Why I'm thankful for different storytelling in different mediums. And I'm like, bro, I don't remember last time I seen live action video game. Every video game is either 8-bit, 2D, 3D, CGI. And I'm like, I've never seen a live action, like real actors, real people video game. And obviously, you have Until Dawn, which hyper realistic. But then I'm just like, no, like real people. And I'm like, why not just make a movie? And I'm just like, but why though? But why though? Why would I? And that's people say, oh, damn, you could just do that and that. And I don't know. I'm playing with the idea. But I brought up something in the last video, taking advantage of scent, right? The 5th sense, scent. You see a lot of mediums, or I think scent is the most overlooked 5 senses we have. And then there's like so many different 6th sense, like, oh my goodness, hypersensitivity or hyperfocus, reading people's mind, or telepathy, speaking to people's mind, or whatever thing. But I think the most neglected 5th sense we have is scent, especially in America. Is the most underutilized, for sure. I say that to say I would love to see a game or something that has a scent feature, where using your nose is one of the biggest things. And like, how would you take advantage and use that in the game? Like, oh, am I gonna have the character say something? Is there gonna be visual features to show that's sap? Or what I might do is like, if this character smells something bad, I might have the character in the game like react a certain way, or the game starts vibrating with a controller or something. I don't know. We'll have to see. But yeah, I chose video games for storytelling because I think it's different from all of the other, from novels, words, comics, which is pictures and words, anime, which is moving pictures with sound and music, and movies with sounds, real people, words, and in games, which is the culmination of previous mediums. Because a video game could be all of them. It could be just word-based, cartoon-based, still images. It could be anime, a game. It could be, I don't remember seeing a live action game before. I don't know. We'll see. But I say this to say, the biggest strength it has is immersion, where you make the player put the player in the driver's seat. Like, I would love to do like a movie theater, and we're just playing, or everybody puts a VR in the movie theater while playing one game, and you hear the sounds in the background. Like, that would be so funny. Like, put the VR gear in a movie theater, and everybody's playing in that movie theater at that same time. That would be fun. And you just pay to go into there and, I think that already exists already, but that's funny. But I say that to say, putting the player in the driver's seat is different because you make them the main character. You make them make the choices instead of them watch people make their choices. You put them in the driver's seat and make them move and decide and position themselves, choose their actions and motivations and all that stuff. And I know I'm yapping for sure, but I'm like, bro, it's just interesting. Like, really, really interesting how all these things just work together. And they're all storytelling in different mediums. And I think gaming is different because you're not just watching, you're experiencing. Like Dark Cloud, my favorite PS2 game. I'll talk about the list again. So top 4, probably not in this order, but my top 4 PS2 games of all time. Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3. Number 2 is most likely Dark Cloud. Number 3 is Gran Turismo. And number 4 is Kingdom Hearts number 1. Not number 2, number 1. Number 2 has great gameplay, great mechanics. I think number 1 just, it did everything right, and I really like the magic. It's just the way the magic works in that game a lot. Way better than I like Kingdom Hearts 2. But I say that to say, gaming, I'm not watching somebody live. I'm living somebody's life. Like, in Dark Cloud, spoilers, when you beat the game, you basically save the world, whatever. Oh yeah, Zelda and all that stuff, we did it before. But in this desolate world, where things went wrong and there's chaos, I kid you not, I beat the game, and I was, for like a solid week, for the rest of that month, I was just, I'm a hero. You can't say anything to me. I saved the world. I saved the world from the devastation. You literally rebuilt the world after its destruction. You, the player, you rebuilt everything. You rebuilt the world. I just truly think it's special. Like, and there's certain dialogue changes and actions you do in the game that permanently change the game. And it's just those small novelties and intentional writing, intentional design that just make the game stand out and just feel real, you know? Like, I think one of my favorite things about like Dark Cloud is just, it doesn't have the best graphics, it doesn't have the best game, it doesn't have the best story, but it really tries to be genuine and true, and it is. When I tell you, I had a dream about a game with Dark Cloud mechanics, but all the characters are like folk-telling fictional villains. Like, imagine Dracula, werewolf, the big bad wolf, werewolf. There's the Domino Spowman, Bigfoot. There's vampires. Not succubus. What was she? I don't remember what her character. I think she was, a vampire queen, maybe a mermaid. And it's like, Dark Cloud plays one person versus these monsters, and then you gotta grab the dungeon key and leave. And then every dungeon is different than what the key is. But you were walking around with multiple people in your party, fighting these enemies, and then you swap back and forth. And I was just like, bro, I forgot I had that dream. Now I gotta make that game. So many things to do in this life, guys. I'm just one man. But I know I'm yapping. I'm yapping. I don't know why. This should be a low-key a Topic Tuesday video. These 3 videos should be a Topic Tuesday video, and I should low-key expand on them another time. But I don't know, bro. It's just something about these games, something about video games as a whole, and something about storytelling that's just real. You know, it's just real to me. It's the immersion, the character design, the customization and gameplay loop reflects the story. Like, oh my goodness, Chain of Memories, Riku's path is literally empty, null and void, and it reflects the game. Oh my goodness, Dark Cloud. Oh my goodness. You really feel the desperation of trying to rebuild these worlds. And yes, it's a PS2 game with a company that doesn't got a lot of bread, but you can feel that they're really telling a story of desperation and like hope for a better tomorrow. And these characters are likable. I couldn't find a single character I hated in Dark Cloud. Oh man. And then I would say like where gameplay reflects the story and story reflects gameplay, where all that stuff is just built into each other. And I'm like, bro, it's so different from these comics and movies we watch and stuff, because I'm like, it always feels like, oh, there's a set path and we can't do anything, we can't change anything. Like, that's why I love these MMORPG manhwas, Korean manhwas, because they tell a story where anybody, anywhere at any time can do something and be special. And you can be the writer of your own story, be true different. Like, I promise you, Nerve Link games, when that's possible 2 generations from now, because if it's possible in this generation, we're cooked. I promise, the person who works and confirms that science and technology, I promise you, you're going to be, all the churches are going to be like, Job, Tombe Job. It's going to be like demons, demonic, evil. They're taking your spirits and putting them in a computer so you're separate from your body. And when they unplug it, you're going to die because your spirit has left your body temporarily through astral projection, through technology. And all that's hullabaloo. That could be a whole nother video. I'm just too good, y'all boys. I'm sorry. But I say that to say, like, it's really interesting how gaming is really like, yo, it's really bigger than we think. And also what you can do with it is so much more than what some of these animes and the stuff that can do. Because I'm like, everybody wants to be a protagonist. Everybody is the protagonist of their own story. And except for the fact that we're all side characters to Jesus, if I'm being honest. But of our own life, we're our own protagonists. And Jesus, you know, they say everybody wants to be the hero that saves the world. Everybody wants to be Link. But sometimes you're just the person who gives Link the sword or tells him where to find it. Or maybe you're the baker who gives him bread. Or the merchant who sells him items. Or maybe you're just a shopkeeper. Or maybe you're somebody who gives him a fetch quest, right? And I just be like, oh snap, I'm a side character to Jesus. But in reality. I'm yapping. I'm sorry. Actually, let me finish it. For the 2 people that want me to finish this, that are not subscribed to my channel yet, I got you. If Jesus is the core of my life as a person, and as a follower, who denies himself daily and serves him, Jesus is why I live, but I choose to live for him. If that makes sense. He chose me, I chose him. I'm following you. You are the main character of the universe, but just for these couple years I got on this planet, on this rock, in this big universe, for these couple years, I'm me, and I'm gonna live the way. Like, think of it like this. Jesus is the king of the territory, of the castle in the game you play, and you're the main character doing all these things in the betterment and fulfilling the values of the kingdom. I'm the knight in the king's. I'm the knight in the king's legacy. I'm the knight serving the king in the goal of the kingdom. Yes, that's really what it is. It's funny. Anyway, I'm yapping. I love video games. Thank God for video games. Video games are really good. I didn't get to say this. I'm really thankful for all these storytellings and these mediums, because they inspire and push us to do more. And we're a storytelling species, and we need it for real. No cap, we need them for real. And just seeing how they work and they're good, I love it. Yeah, I would really love to write like a magnus opus in multiple mediums, like a light novel magnus opus, a comic magnus opus, anime magnus opus, a painting magnus opus, a movie live action and animated magnus opus, and a video game magnus opus. But you know how much work that is, bro? And then a soundtrack that's good too. Imagine I make a game, a soundtrack with a Grammy, bro, I'd cry. The chances of me doing all that in one life is dang near impossible, because you need a lot of help. But yeah, I say that to say it's interesting what we live in and what we're capable of when we try, and stories tell. Even music tells a story. Well, yeah, boys, looks like we're getting a part 4 today. Let me know what you guys think below for video game and storytelling. Have a good one, and God bless.